Nuggets win over the Suns. This is his second straight season opener with at least 25 points and 10 rebounds. Across the border, Bradley Beal dropped 23 in the Wizards' 98-83 victory over the Raptors. Beal tied Hall of Famer Walt Bellamy for most 20-point games in a season opener in franchise history. And how about Rudy Gobert recorded his 16th career game with 20 rebounds in the Jazz's win over the Thunder. That ties Truck Robinson for the most such games in Jazz history. Still ahead on SportsCenter, why a win in the Garden could be just the beginning. Hear from Doris Burke on why the Knicks could be poised for a big season in the Big Apple. Great to have the NBA back, baseball postseason rolling and really delivering, and got a little bit of everything to get to, Randy, so time for our half-hour headline.
Most wonderful time of the year sports-wise, and definitely a remember me vibe at MSG for the Knicks and Celtics. Not only are fans back at full capacity, but two former Celtics going against Boston, and Kemba Walker went for 10. Evan Fournier had 32 in his first game in a Knicks uniform, first player in Knicks history to go for 30 or more in their debut. New York also got 35 from Julius Randle, and they needed every bit of it, outlasting Boston in double overtime, 138-134. Jaylen Brown dropping 46 in a losing effort, 20 for Jason Tatum, but he missed 23 shots.
Spurs Magic, and the lucky number in this game, Randy, 26. It's the 26th season for Spurs head coach Greg Popovich. It starts with a 26-point win over Orlando, their third largest win in a season opener. Only game one, but Spurs guard Derek White says this team is different than teams in the past. Young players are comfortable playing freely, and that led to, yes, you guessed it, 26 fast break points in the home opener win. Elsewhere in the West, Kings win a season opener over the Trailblazers for the first time since 1982, 124-121. The final, Harrison Barnes had himself a day. Career high 36 points for the Blazers. Damian Lillard, he finished with 20, but went 0 for 9 from three-point range, including the final shot that missed it in regulation.
Kelsey, how are we feeling about the Braves?
Well, not totally confident, but pretty good.
And this is a team up 3-1. Eddie Rosario, 2 home runs. Now the 5th player all time to have 2 4-hit games in a single postseason. His most recent effort, given the Braves a win, 9-2 at Chavez Ravine. A win away from getting back to the World Series for the first time since 1999. But you heard the heartache in Kelsey's hesitant answer. Let's hear from Alden Gonzalez. More from L.A.
When the Dodgers began their postseason in the bubble of Arlington, Texas last year, Justin Turner rallied the team together to talk to them about the challenge that would await it. When they fell behind 3-1 in the NLCS, against a Braves team very similar to this one, Justin Turner was a central member of the text message chain that rallied everybody together. Now, if the Dodgers are to overcome similar odds, they'll have to do so without Justin Turner, who suffered a grade 2 strain of his hamstring while running up the first base line in the 7th inning of Game 4. Justin Turner's season is over. He'll watch from the bench on Thursday night as his Dodger teammates try to defeat the Braves' best starter, Max Fried, and earn the right to go back to Atlanta for Games 6 and 7. We have a very resilient team, a very tough team, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said, and it's not going to get much tougher than facing Max Fried in an elimination game. But we've done it before.
See, Alden touched on it there. 3-1 last year. That's why we're a little not so confident right now. ALS, though, all Houston in Game 5. Astros won 9-1 over the Red Sox thanks to a big 6th inning. And to Framber Valdez, he took a 2-hit shutout into the 7th, became the first pitcher this postseason to complete 8 innings. Astros now have a 3-2 series lead and a shot to clinch the second trip.